I don't know. After hearing him calm and talking about the tether story, it's probable.
Go down to the county attorney's office. I think you'll find a lot of humans down there.
All right.
No disrespect.
Stop driving.
I'm flirting with the judge in front of my dad.
What's going on? How's everybody doing? Happy Thanksgiving part 2. This is a video that I wanted to put out yesterday. I decided to put out the trial that I've been watching, or that I watched. So now we have this video. This is, let's see, who do we have? We have Judge Middleton, we have Judge Shackleford, and then I've got a bonus clip. If there's enough people interested and enough people watching, I'll put out the bonus clip. The bonus clip actually came from today. We actually have court going on today. And I've got a really good one from today that I want to put out. But I wasn't going to change the video that I already had. So, if there's enough people watching, we will do the bonus clip. Yeah, that's what I got. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Witchy, Annette, Vicky, Hey Jay, Phil. I know I missed somebody. I need to scroll up real quick just to say hi. Canadian royalty, are we waiting for Christmas? Maybe. If you're Canadian, that's your next holiday. Today's Thanksgiving for us. All right. Please like and subscribe. Do your jump kick backflips. My link tree is in the donation. It's in the description. My link tree is in the description. This is going to be fun. Allie, gardening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I think I have a special guest coming up on panel here shortly. Hopefully. Maybe. We'll see. But let's go.
Move one of the chairs so Mr. Hayes could get up here to the plaintiff position. This is file number 231616LT. It's entitled Mark Hayes versus Isabella Powell. This is a property out on River Run Road. And Ms. Powell has been staying there for some weeks and months now without benefit of a lease. Mr. Hayes wants her, and this is complicated. Good morning, sir. Are you Mark A. Hayes?
Because I'm live and I can pause it whenever I want to, and I don't care what trolls say. Everybody, a great gift would be Peep Soaps. Peepla, drop your link, please. And a great Christmas gift coming up, since we just mentioned Christmas a minute ago. Go buy some soap from Peepla. Ship them to some people you love. I really want to buy some. I can't afford it right now. But I want to buy some and check it out. But she's a big fan of the channel. She works really hard on what she does. So I have no problem supporting her. All right, now let's go.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. And Isabella, can you hear me? Give me the thumbs up if you can. All right. Yesterday, there was a hearing in the probate court regarding a commitment for a mental evaluation. Are you aware of that, Isabella? Isabella, are you aware that there was a hearing yesterday? All right. Isabella is presently in custody on a domestic violence charge, third offense, with a $5,000 bond. There was a hearing in the probate court yesterday regarding a commitment for a mental health evaluation and treatment. That's called an involuntary commitment order. I wasn't at the hearing. I was advised of it by Lisa Iantelli at the jail and by our magistrate. I know Ms. Powell. She was a participant in our sobriety court treatment program, and I released her because she and I have a fundamental disagreement about whether she needs mental health treatment or not. I believe she does, and she believes she does not. So I simply discharged her from the program.
All right, we're still early enough in this where I can pause it. Hi, KCC.
Discharge is such a weird word, right? I'm kidding. Hi, Colin. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. It is Thanksgiving today, not in Canada, but in
No.
my dress is like pretty funky on the screen here. Um, it is Thanksgiving in the States, so happy Thanksgiving. Also, does Judge Middleton know everybody in this town?
Yeah, without a doubt. He knows
Every single one?
He doesn't just know who they are. He knows where they live, where they work. He knows what car they drive.
Their
He
weight
knows
at
every
birth?
single birth weight. Yeah, that's important. That's a very big deal.
Tells us a lot about how somebody's going to be.
Exactly.
You know, Miss Yancey, I think her and her daughter are both lawyers in this town.
that wouldn't surprise me.
I'm pretty sure I've heard him talk about Yancey like being a family attorney of family, or family of attorneys anyway. But I hope everybody's doing well. Oh, now I see the chat. Hi, guys.
Yeah. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, but Thanksgiving is different in the United States and Canada. And I didn't realize that until I started dating a Canadian.
Yeah.
Your guys' Thanksgiving makes sense. It's in October to celebrate the harvest. Ours is in November, right before everything freezes.
Well, we've talked about this in school where I went to school. We have different harvest times in terms of that, but the Canadian Thanksgiving is the second Monday of October, always the second Monday. And I learned today that the American Thanksgiving is the fourth Thursday of November.
Well, that's it. I thought it was the last Thursday. So
it is not the last Thursday, because next Thursday is still November.
Which probably happens once every like 20 years. So that makes sense.
Yeah. So it is.
That would be why it's a common misconception on my side. I thought it was the last Thursday, but that makes sense.
Yeah. It's weird to me that it's on a Thursday, because are people going back to work tomorrow?
Some people do.
Okay.
So my last job, so last year I had Thanksgiving off, but I had to work the day after. I had to work Black Friday, and I'm a remote programmer, so I work from home. So last year I did have to work from. No one was in the office and there wasn't anything to do.
Yeah.
So I just sat around and watched YouTube all day, but I had to, work.
So when I've had many jobs, but one time I remember I worked for a call center.
I'm going to try to change this so we can see you better. All right, there we go.
I worked for a call center for AT&T and talking to Americans all the time. And I worked Christmas, and it was the best day because nobody was calling in about their phone bill on Christmas. It just really didn't happen. There was a lot of activations, like people calling in to activate a new phone, like a gift that they got. But it was a good day to work. You got paid extra. You sat around. It was good. If I was working from home, it would have been even better. But this was back before remote working was really popular for low-level employees.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So what is this case? I've just walked in. What is Judge Middleton doing? He's fighting with somebody about needing mental health treatment?
Kind of. This is a tough one because it's a landlord-tenant case, but it's also the tenant is in jail.
Oh.
For I think she didn't show up. So she's in jail for that.
Wait, she's in jail because she didn't show up for the first landlord-tenant hearing?
No, she's in jail for something else. I don't remember what it was. This happened, I think, on Monday or Tuesday. I don't remember. She's in jail, but she's in jail, and I think it's because she didn't show up for court. We're about to find out.
Okay.
But they brought her into this because this is a landlord-tenant case, and she's in jail. So they actually brought her in. Yeah, so this is a weird one. This is a weird one.
And this is only happening because Judge Middleton knows she's in jail. We know that other judges would never go to these lengths to have somebody appear at a landlord-tenant case ever. It's only because he gets that report in the morning from his jailer people that tell him about who got arrested overnight that he's doing this, right?
Exactly. It's a small town. He knows everybody. He's like, oh, that's who's in jail? Well, I need her in a landlord-tenant case. So he brings her in.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do?
All right.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go. No, say it like me. Say it like me. Let's go.
Let's go. Is that what I say? I don't know.
So much better.
Mr. Well, I knew this was going to be a problem. Mr. Hayes let her come stay with him after she was removed from her mother's house by a personal protection order on Portage Street in Three Rivers. She had nowhere to go. So Mr. Hayes took her in. There's no lease. She pays no rent, and she doesn't wish to move.
She did pay rent, Your Honor.
She did?
Yeah, $300 a month.
Okay. Starting when?
In April, when she moved. I came in on vacation. She was homeless. I had been watching her for 6, 7 months in the program. I reached out to help her out with understanding that she worked on herself, stayed sober, kept her job, and did the right thing. She did that for 90 days, and then after that, she quit. She started doing crazy stuff. I've got photos of the stuff she did.
All right, well, we don't need to get in. I believe she's maintained her sobriety.
I believe she has too.
So she got that. She has not relapsed into alcohol, but she is suffering from a mental illness and she won't acknowledge it or accept it. When did she last pay any rent?
She paid in July. She paid in August, but then she stole it back. Half of it.
She stole back half of it?
When Sergeant Morse went to serve her.
You're gonna find out. If you're gonna ask questions halfway through, then this is gonna be a really long stream.
Well, if there's anything anybody knows about me, it's that I don't give a fuck about how often we pause videos. But I will be quiet.
I like it. I like that a lot.
I won't ask questions.
Um,
Sometimes we go long. I don't know.
She didn't steal back half of it. You're gonna find out what she did. They never tell you why she did it, and it's a very sketchy move. But you're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear it. But that was disrespectful for me. That was disrespectful for me to say it that way.
About what?
About me saying if you're gonna ask questions, we're gonna be pausing a lot.
You don't need to worry. If I'm done, I'll just leave.
No, it's Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving. If people are here, then they're hanging out with us. So happy Thanksgiving, everybody. But yeah, I didn't. That wasn't supposed to be rude, but I felt like it came across as rude. So I wanted to say I'm sorry.
A shot to the heart.
But you're okay?
I think I'll survive.
Now you got to sing the song.
No. No way. I am not Deborah. I did not say that I would come on your show and sing.
Either did she, but
yes, she did. I watched it.
That was good. That was really good. That was a good stream. All right, let's go.
Okay, let's go.
She wouldn't come out of the room. And so he posted it, and she's here now. Isabella, the law requires that I adjourn this matter at least 7 days. Mr. Hayes, I have to continue this matter for at least 7 days. Isabella, are you willing to speak to me at all? Apparently no. All right. I knew it was going to come to this. She didn't want to move. She didn't like living there. She doesn't like Mr. Hayes, but she didn't have a plan B So I knew at some point he was going to try to terminate her tenancy, which he has. So the law requires, whether I like it or anybody else likes it, that there is a second hearing. And that's going to be Friday, December 1st. At 1 p.m.
This is where it gets good.
Ms. Powell, this matter is continued until next Friday, December 1st at 1 o'clock. At that point, if nothing changes, I would order that you be out of the property within 10 days of that date, which would be December 11th. Now, late yesterday at about 5 minutes to 5, the magistrate contacted me and said that they're requesting, Lisa at the jail, that we amend your bond to a PR bond so you can go for the medical psychological evaluation. And I said, I'm not doing anything until I talk to her. One of the problems with that evaluation, A, as a condition of your bond, you can't leave the state. So it would have to be within the state of Michigan. B, I don't think you're going to cooperate. So you could walk in the front door and walk out the back door. You won't even speak to me this morning. So you've also got a criminal felony charge that's coming up for a pre-exam conference. But this is simply the landlord-tenant case, which will be continued until next Friday at 1 o'clock. Mr. Hayes, you wanted to say something else?
I'm a little bit lost because I don't want her, after what happened Monday night with the assault charge, is she gonna be able to come back on my property?
Well, there are a couple things. There's a bond condition that says she can't go back there.
Okay,
So even if she gets out of jail, she can't go to your property as a condition of bond. She has possessions there. Now, Autumn from our office had conferred with you months ago and advised you to do this termination of tenancy. You can't just throw her stuff out on the street. All right, so that's the second thing. You can't use a personal protection order to evict somebody, although it happened in the case with her mother. Judge Pattison ruled on that and he made her move out from a personal protection order. But as a rule, you can't use a personal protection order to evict somebody. You did hire Christine Yancey, who was here in the background, but you indicated you didn't want her to represent you in this matter. Is that correct?
correct.
All right, Miss Yancey, you're released from any obligation in this matter, but we have to follow the rules. And Isabella is entitled to one adjournment, whether any of us like it. She's not willing to say anything, but we're going to continue this hearing until next Friday at 1 o'clock. Yes, sir.
Okay, you gotta go by the rules. I applied for this eviction.
All right, it's about to go down.
It's about to
This
go
is-
down.
This is where the fun starts. It's about to go down.
So she's not spoken this entire time. He brought her up from jail and she's just staying silent. I mean, girl, I got
Hasn't said a word. Hasn't said a word.
I mean, I can't do
She's
that.
in.
Bring me into a
She's
room.
in his.
Talk
Sorry.
go.
No, we're interrupting each other. You go, and then I'll.
No, I can always go. You got to say something.
You're my guest, so I will let you talk first.
Okay, well, first of all, I'm drinking iced coffee. Coffee Mom said she's here and she wants some entertainment. So, first of all, in honor, I'm drinking iced coffee from a can. Second of all, this sounds so odd. Like a child being forced out of their bedroom to talk to a relative that they don't want to speak with. And then they sit there silently in petulance. Like, that's the vibes that I'm getting here. And where is she going to go after she's released from jail if she gets evicted?
Okay, so you used a metaphor there or an analogy, whichever. It's not a child. She's an adult. Just want to make that clear. But I understand what you said.
Yeah. I mean,
But
she's
yeah.
acting like a teenager.
She's acting like a child. Yes.
Yeah. I have a 15-year-old, so.
Yes, she's acting like a child. She's in jail for, again, I don't remember exactly. She violated something, but she's in jail. This is a landlord-tenant case, and she's appearing from jail. Already not a good start to a landlord-tenant case. But this is where it gets really interesting, is when the landlord starts talking.
Okay, I'm listening.
All right, let's go.
Eviction notice, and I gave her the eviction notice back on 9/11.
Yeah.
Okay, I talked with Autumn, which I thought was her PO. That was when I was informed.
She was no longer on probation.
Huh?
She was not on probation at that
That's
point.
when I was informed that she was no longer on probation. Okay, my point is once with the attorney, she was gonna file on the 12th, and she failed to do so, because the 30 days was up on the 11th, okay, of October. And this court did not even follow its own 5 to 7 days with giving me a hearing within the 5 to 7 days of an eviction notice. And that's in Michigan state law. And now we're extending it even further, Your Honor. That's where I'm really confused and frustrated.
Maybe you should go to law school and get a law degree
No, sir,
and
I'm
be a
just
judge
a-
for
I'm
22
just a-
years. Stop before you try to explain to me how landlord-tenant law works.
I
'Cause
don't. I'm
You read
asking
something
you,
on the
sir.
internet.
I was asking.
Well, you're incorrect. They follow all the procedural steps. It takes a long time. The Supreme Court has changed the way that landlord-tenant cases work. They take longer. Some of it was COVID and some of it is a brand new rule. So this goes under the category of no good deed goes unpunished. You let her move into your house and she established a tenancy, and then you are stuck with it. She doesn't like you and you don't like her, but she wasn't willing to move. So I have to continue this matter until next Friday at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
You had a competent lawyer. She's one of the best landlord-tenant lawyers in the county, but you chose to release her from your obligation because you read something on the internet.
No, I didn't read anything on the internet. It was her action. She
All right,
never
well, we're
notified or
going
talked to me.
to, we're going to deal with this matter next Friday. And at that point, the law requires that I give her 10 days to move. Now, there are a couple of issues. One, she's in jail on a felony charge with a $5,000 cash or surety bond and a condition that she not go back to your property. So she isn't going to be there anyway. The probate court has ordered that she get an involuntary mental health evaluation, which she doesn't want to do. And she can't do that unless I amend her bond. And at this point, I'm not inclined to do that. Isabella, is there anything you wish to say? All right, this matter is continued until next Friday at 1 o'clock. At that time, I will order, she has 10 days to move or she's subject to being evicted. Then on or after December 11th, you can take all her possessions out of her room and give them to somebody. Maybe her mother will pick them up. I don't know. Anyway, Isabel and I, as I said, have a fundamental disagreement and we're still at that position. I think she needs mental health treatment. She does not. Judge Tomlinson ordered that she get some, and I don't think she wants to do that. All right, next Friday at 1 o'clock, just like this.
May I say something?
Yes, sir.
The only thing, from my experience, she's a good person. She's been clean and sober. I know that. Okay. Like most people, the first year is free in recovery, being off the substance. And now she's at the point where she needs to do what she needs to do to get her help. mentally. I've been there, I've done that. I tried to talk to her about that. She's against it. And that's, I mean, I went through, I've been looking for stuff that's been taken out of my property. And I found her medicine. It's a sad case that she's not even willing to help herself when she's got the medicine to do so.
Well, you and I are on the same page.
That was my whole purpose of letting her in, to get her help.
Well, I'm proud of how she's done with her recovery. She hasn't relapsed.
That, to my, I mean, there's beer. I have beer and alcohol in my house for my family and visitors. And she's done a very good job with that. Now it's time to go get some help.
Yes.
Get real.
All right.
The steps.
You and I are on the same page. I'll see you next Friday.
Okay, sir.
Isabella, I'll see you next Friday also. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And yep, that's it.
Wow.
That's it
So
for that clip.
Hold on. I gotta say something here. Because I think
No,
we have.
no.
Yeah.
No, I gotta say something first.
Go ahead.
I didn't properly introduce you.
Oh. Yeah.
I did not properly introduce you. Everybody who doesn't know who KCC is, why not? This is Kitchen Court Chats.
We watch court in my kitchen.
She's in her living room right now, but generally, yeah, she watches court in her kitchen.
I call this a studio.
Where's your studio then? If everybody, let's see, Jonathan, I know you have her link. Yeah. Please drop her link into the chat. So anyone who's not subscribed, who doesn't watch her,
pop on.
Please
by.
do.
It's fun.
Yeah,
we have a good
it's
time.
A fun chat.
Colin comes by. It's usually late at night. Okay, I have to say this before I forget my ADHD. I think, did they say that she's been sober for a year? Almost.
That's what they said. That's what they said.
Congratulations to her. That's really hard. And so I think that she is owed some kudos for that. I worry a little bit about other people trying to interject in people's lives to do with their medicines and to do with their diagnoses of mental health conditions. And I can understand why somebody would be taken aback and frustrated by that, especially if, let's say, in her mind, her biggest problem is that she's been drinking to excess and is identified herself as an alcoholic. If she's managed to not drink for that long, unmedicated, I might be willing to entertain some ideas that maybe that medication was not necessarily the best thing in the world for her. So I think that it's important that people have autonomy around their medicines. Oh, Mikey, hello. Why aren't you here? You're actually celebrating Thanksgiving. Not like us losers.
He's not a Canadian who celebrated a week ago or a month ago, and he's not like me who lives by themselves and just hangs out on YouTube all day.
Well, I didn't celebrate a month ago. I was in Florida, so.
That's celebrating. Let's be fair.
I guess so.
You were in Florida. I didn't celebrate. I didn't do anything for Thanksgiving. I was just in Florida. No, that's celebrating.
I was in Florida for 3 weeks, so that's a long time. It was a working trip. I was live most nights, so.
I remember. Yeah, no, I agree with everything you said.
That's
if in fact she's sober, her landlord was fighting for her sobriety, but wants her to move out, and that's a difficult place because you can tell the landlord cared about her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
enough
but
to.
She was sober.
We're hoping she is. We don't know. She's in jail. We don't know what she's in jail for. So she did something like I said. What?
It was a felony.
Okay. So that's bad.
I mean, I'm just saying what we heard. All I'm saying is, if we're going to believe the judge when he says somebody is not clean, we should also believe the judge when they say somebody is clean. And he thinks that she is sober.
Yeah. And like I said,
Wait.
the landlord was fighting for her. He just doesn't want her to live there anymore. Sounds like he cares about her in a way where he wants her to be better. So hopefully she gets what she needs. I know it said 1 p.m. next Friday. I will be watching. If it, I don't like doing people struggling to get their lives together type cases. So I might not cover it depending
Are
on
you
what
sure?
it is.
Because like we cover court, and that's pretty much the crux of almost every court case.
Yeah, but
People just trying to get their lives together.
Right, but if she comes out and she's bawling and she's saying, "I don't want to move out because I'm doing this place again," I'm not going to play that. Even if it's a really good court clip, I don't want to play that. I don't want to share that. I don't want to broadcast it.
Well, I struggle with that sometimes too. For example, sometimes I have gotten mental health courts and thought to myself, this is very reminiscent of an AA meeting or an NA meeting, and is that something that I want or should be sharing? But again, I always say to myself, if we show the bad, this might be the step roads to a good place. And so I've actually gone ahead and shown mental health courts, accountability courts, they're sometimes called, diversion courts, where it's a lot less about the law and a lot more about hand holding somebody through a difficult time in their life. And I think that, like, personally, the way that I deal with that is I don't use defendants' names in any of my titling or descriptions. I think that there's a lot of court watching people that are addicted to court like us and want to watch it, and those are the people I'm making videos for. But I'm not really there to make videos so that so and so can look up their aunt on YouTube and then find the video. And so that's the way that I approach that. I don't use anybody's names in my titles. So that's sort of my ethical balance that I'm laying there. But yeah, family court makes some people mad. I show quite a bit of family court, but I also used to watch a lot of family court, like all by myself back before I was streaming. And I would yell at the computer all the time. I'd be like, "Are you kidding me?" Because it's frustrating.
You know what I'm going to do?
What?
I am going to play my bonus clip that I was going to play now.
Okay. This is his way of saying,
I'll explain why in a second.
We're done. You're going to have to leave now.
Well,
Oh, nope. You don't have to leave. No, I don't want you to leave. No. So the next clip I was going to play on this video was actually covered by a few people. So I'm going to put the one that was covered by a few people last, and this actually happened today. But I understand you about family court. I don't like doing family court either. I've been through family court. I've got kids. I'm divorced, so I've been through family court. It's not fun. So the only time I do family court is if someone's like really just out there.
I just want to Annette de Belfier. I can't pronounce it, even though I'm Canadian. I can't pronounce her last name.
De Belfoy. Come on. It's clearly de Belfoy.
I don't know. Anyways, Annette. Specifically, it's not a mental health proceeding where they are determining somebody's competency or mental health status, which is a legal process that is done in most places through a tribunal setting, not necessarily through the court setting. So, for example, where I live in British Columbia, there is a mental health review board, which has people that review people's mental health, deciding whether or not to keep them indefinitely, etc. What I'm talking about when I say mental health court or accountability court is, in fact, they are public proceedings, and it is where they are being put onto a type of diversion program, which is a higher standard, monitored more, I guess you would say, by the judiciary and by court staff. They have access to more resources and help. But in exchange for that, and in exchange for this possibly dropping off their record or them not going to jail, they are to participate fully in this type of court. I'll look it up. I'm sure I have some of them still. I know we did one recently where it was actually really, really uplifting. Everybody had really good experiences during the week, and they were telling the judge about it, and the judge was really happy about it, which is unusual. We don't often see that. And so that one I did show. I think that, again, there's a balance to be weighed when you show court. And again, I don't use people's names, and that's sort of my thing. And when there's a kid in it, I tend to like put myself on top of them to block them in the shot.
I understand. I had a video that I showed where the mom was just out of control, yelling at everybody, and I blocked out the kids, and that was the most time that I ever spent editing a video. I think I spent 3 hours editing the video to make sure the kids weren't in, but I put a black screen over them. It's just, but yeah, I understand. Like, you don't want kids in your videos, but I understand that. And I know what you do.
Videos, so
you just put yourself in front of them. I like that. I
call it live editing.
That, I mean, that works. To Belle Faye. Annette, I apologize. I've asked her like 3 or 4 times now how to pronounce her last name, and apparently I keep getting it wrong. I said that with confidence. De Belfoy. Because I thought that's what it was. It's De Belfaye. De Belfaye. All right, I'm going to remember it this time. All right, this clip actually came from today. There was court today. There was a few courts open today. This one came from today, and we'll play. I'll still go ahead and play the last clip I had for this video, but I want to play this first. KCC.
Yeah.
Kitchen court chats. It's still weird for me to say call you that.
You didn't.
You can hang out as long
for the first channel.
I didn't.
I always think it's weird because people used to be kitchen court cases, which rolls off the tongue a little bit easier.
Yeah, I didn't know you. People would talk about. I don't know who that is, but to be fair, I'm still new. People still talk about their channels. I'm like, I don't know who that is.
Well, as YouTubers, we don't really have a lot of time to be watching everybody else's YouTube channels. And that's why I always think it's funny when people are like, oh, somebody else did this clip. It's like, wow, how'd you figure that out? I am busy making my own content. So, and I don't think YouTube Daddy cares that much about it.
As long as we make it our own. Now that I know that, now that you know that, we've both been through the same thing.
Yeah.
All right. You guys want to see a fun Thanksgiving clip? This happened. This is about 2-3 hours ago. If the word entitlement doesn't come to your head when listening to this woman, I don't know what entitlement is. But yeah, KCC, feel free to hang out the entire video. I still have probably like another hour left of clips that I want to play. Whatever time you want to bug out, I'm not going to be offended.
Okay, good. Well, we'll see. Let's do this one, and then we'll see how we go.
Fair. All right, let's go.
On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Morgan Whittinghill. Councilor Pierce.
Assistant Public Defender John Lee on behalf of Morgan Whittinghill.
Okay, Ms. Whittinghill, today's the date that's set for an arraignment. I have a felony complaint. It alleges that.
I gotta get this right. De Belfoy? De Belfoy. Annette De Belfoy. Even if she responds right now, I'm not going to hear
De
it.
Belfaye. It's De Belfaye.
She said, not foy, fway. Not foy, fway.
No, she said not foy, fway, or faux. She's telling you all of those no's. You gotta read the whole thing. See the comments?
Yeah.
I didn't go to university. I failed school.
Faye, De Belfaye. That's what I said the first time. Isn't it what I said the first time? De Belfaye? All right. We're gonna play this clip. I need to nail this down. I ask her this every single video. Belle Faye. Yeah. Belle Faye. I've asked her again. I've asked her this multiple times.
I have
Belfay.
I have phonetic remembering for people's names. I have them spell it out for me, and then foo is French for fool. Annette, where are you from, by the way?
Yeah, but didn't I say Belfay though? Isn't that the first thing I said?
No, de Belfoy. You said foil or foy or something. I'm pretty sure. We can roll it back.
Okay.
We can roll it back.
All right. It doesn't matter. Well, it does matter because I want to know how to pronounce her name. And again, I've asked her like 12 times. So
also, all 6,000 plus of you, he wants to know how to pronounce your name. So please make sure to write that in the comments. Your preferred pronunciation. Thank you.
Yes, please. Most people I get. Like Sallyport, I got that. And I also know Sally's not even their real name.
You know what a Sallyport is, right?
Yeah, it's the area where they, in the police station where their cars sit, and sometimes they have little video cameras hooked up where they do court for Judge Webster.
But the Kansas, they do court from the Sallyport.
But the Sallyport is generally where they, like, it's their garage of a police station.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go.
All right, Annette, I'm really sorry again for butchering your name. It's just that really cool name that I really want to be able to say. I can say it correctly, and I said it with confidence that I was wrong. All right, let's go.
On or about November 22nd, 2023 at 1700 West Saginaw Street, City of Lansing, Ingham County, State of Michigan, that you did allegedly contrary to law commit the act in count 1 of assault of a prison employee. It says that you did, being a person lawfully imprisoned in the Lansing City Jail, a jail or other place of confinement established by law, assault Sergeant Nick Hewitt, an employee of the place of confinement or other custodian, knowing the person to be an employee or custodian through the use of violence, threats of violence, or dangerous weapons while awaiting arraignment, and that this was done contrary to Michigan Compiled Law 750.197C. Count 1 is a felony, maximum penalty 5
because
years
you told
and
me
$2,500 in fines. Counts 2, 3, 4, and 5 are also the same, assault of a prison employee. Count 2, alleged assault on a detention officer, Heather White. Count 3 being an assault upon a detention officer, Sage Gardner. Count 4 being assault upon an officer, detention officer, Jamie Montmeyer. And then count 5 being assault on detention officer, Gary Warden. Again, each of those matters allege that you did assault a person lawfully imprisoned. I'm sorry, you being a person lawfully imprisoned in the city of Lansing or jail or other place of confinement established by law, did assault those officers, those each being an employee of a place of confinement or other custodian, knowing the person to be employee or custodian through the use of violence, threats of violence, or dangerous weapons. And again, each counts are felonies. Each of them have a maximum penalty of 5 years and or $2,500 in fines. Count 6 is domestic violence. It alleges that you did make an assault or an assault and battery upon a Timothy Sabolt, a resident or former resident of your household or an individual with whom you had a dating relationship, and that this was done contrary to Michigan Compiled Law 750.812. Restitution may be ordered as this offense may have resulted in damage to another individual's property or physical injury or death to another individual. This is a misdemeanor, maximum penalty 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines, and a consecutive sentence may be imposed under the law if the assault was committed in a place of confinement. Do you understand each of the charges and the maximum penalty attached to each charge?
All right. What is the line I told you to say earlier?
Let's go.
Oh, it was. Okay, now I need to say it's about to go down.
Okay. I was like, I don't remember. It's about to go down. Is that good? I don't.
When the defendant talks, It's about to go down.
It's about to go down. Is it about to go
No,
down
I
right
don't.
now?
Domestic violence.
Yeah. When the defendant talks,
She's
just
wearing a Simpson sweater.
she's the fact that everyone in the world calls these sweaters instead of hoodies. We call them hoodies. And it still blows my mind that they're called sweaters everywhere but here. They're hoodies.
It's a sweater with a hood.
It's a hoodie.
It's a sweater.
But you can have a sweater without a hood, and it's
What
still
makes
called
it
a sweater.
a sweater? You're talking about like a one of those sweaters that doesn't have a hood and
Yeah,
doesn't zip up?
I've got a ton of them.
That's a pullover. That's a pullover. Listen, we're going to disagree on this because I call the hats toques.
Here we go. That's a pullover hoodie. Coffee Mom is nailing everything. All right. Yeah, it's about to go down. I also have to use the restroom, so I'm going to jump off camera real quick.
Okay, I have to grab a coffee too, so we'll both dip off and we'll both be back.
All right. But keep your headphones in because this woman is...
I always do. I'm always listening.
All right.
Violence, yes.
Well, I'm gonna stop.
Everything else,
I
no.
didn't ask you.
About it.
I want to clarify my question. So my question is not, do you understand why you were charged with those things? Do you understand what I read, which is the assault of a prison employee? You don't understand what that means?
No, not really. What, on a cop? Because I don't understand because it
The allegation is that you did make an assault on the detention officers and an assault on the sergeant who was in the jail. That's the allegation. So my question is not, do you agree that you did that? The question is, do you understand the charge?
I think it wasn't discussed with my lawyer, so I don't quite understand, but I think I understand.
You
Your Honor, thank
did
you.
not discuss these charges with the attorney?
No, only the domestic violence. This is news to me.
Okay, so then the complaint was enhanced after you spoke with the public defender. Is that accurate?
I'm
Mr.
sorry?
Lee? Mr.
Yes,
Lee?
that's accurate, Your Honor.
Okay, so yes, ma'am, you are being charged now with additional counts other than just the domestic violence. And so there are 5 counts of assault of a prison employee, and I named those names as to who the allegations are that you assaulted while in the place of confinement. Okay, ma'am?
Yes, I understand what you are saying.
Thank you very much. Okay, so you have the right to be represented by an attorney. Mr. Lee is representing you today for the purposes of your arraignment only. You have the right to have an attorney represent you at each stage of your criminal prosecution, and you have the right to have an attorney represent you if you're questioned by law enforcement. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, you can make a request to have the public defender's office appointed to represent you at the expense of the public. Do you understand that?
I understand that. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Okay. And you have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say, anything that you put in writing can be used against you. You have the right to plead guilty. You have the right to plead not guilty, and you have the right to stand mute. If you stand mute, this matter will proceed to a jury trial. You have the right in this matter to proceed to a preliminary examination before a trial because you're being charged with felonies. At the time of your preliminary examination, you have the right to have the examination that is within 21 days of today's date. That's the date of your arraignment. At the time of your preliminary examination, you have the right to require the prosecution to meet their burden of probable cause. So they need to establish that they have sufficient evidence to support probable cause that a crime was committed and sufficient evidence to charge you with each of the felonies that you've been charged with. Do you understand your right to a preliminary examination?
I understand, Your Honor.
Okay. And then at the time of trial, you have the right to the presumption of innocence. So you are innocent until proven guilty. You have the right to require the prosecution to prove your guilt by proving each element of the charge or charges being brought against you beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to remain silent at trial and not have silence be used against you. You have the right to see, hear, or question in court any of the witnesses that the prosecution calls against you. You have the right to call your own witnesses to trial or present evidence at trial that you believe further a defense to the charge being brought against you. You understand those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions about your rights at this time?
Several, but none that you could answer. Thank you, Judge.
Well, if you have questions about your rights, we can answer those questions because today is the day to go over your rights.
Nothing about my rights. It's about
Okay, thank you.
all of these
That's why I was,
felonious charges.
okay, those may be questions that you want to ask in private to your attorney, okay?
Never met him, but sure.
Well, he's your attorney for the purposes of your arraignment, and I thought you said that you met with him today over your domestic violence. Is that it?
With a
I win.
I was just imitating you wearing your hat, which you keep putting on and off mid-hearing. I can't even do it. What is that? Is that an optometry thing? Is that a weird night vision thing? Is that for spying?
Night vision goggles.
Why? I mean, I'm nosy as fuck, and I'm wondering why you got those. Seriously. What the fuck? Come on now.
I can tell you.
Bring those out and explain and not explain that.
Yeah, I can tell you don't watch.
I don't watch the show all the time.
You don't watch my channel. I can tell.
I just told you I'm a YouTuber and I'm busy.
I know.
Watch all of each other's stuff.
No, those are. I got those back in my gaming days when I used to spend $150 on a new premiere for a video game, and get like the super deluxe supreme exclusive edition of the game. And I got night vision goggles for doing that for a Call of Duty game. They actually work. They're working night vision goggles. I've used them a lot of times. I've got.
I used to work for FLIR, so night vision sort of not really into the fake one. Say that. But yeah, if you bought a video game and you bought them, I'm sure they work. I'm sure they're real. You're right. 100p. You're right.
People, can I pin you on what? Are we talking? Yeah, I can. I gotta go to you. I close my YouTube when I stream.
Pin here in StreamYard?
Not in StreamYard. No. So people, I'm gonna, after I get done pausing, I'll open YouTube and I'll pin you. I'll do that for you.
What kind of soaps? Tell us the best-selling soap, people. I'd like to hear about that.
Have you never gone to our website?
Have I what?
Go to our website and look at her soaps.
I will, but I want to hear her tell me which one's the most important one.
People, you want to come up and talk? You can
texting, but you know.
No, I'm just saying she can come explain her soaps to us. They just look really cool to me. And yeah, let's play the video. I'm already gonna get enough people hating on this. People,
but
yes,
you can blame
I will
me.
pin you.
You can blame me for that. People always hate videos I'm in.
I don't hate videos you're in, but we don't need to talk about that anymore. Let's play this video and enjoy each other's company, because stop talking negatively about yourself. It's Thanksgiving. Stop it.
Different attorney. Yes, I met, and we only spoke of a domestic violence charge. All of this is new.
Did someone else meet with her today and not you?
No, Your Honor, it was me. We talked about the domestic violence, and then as you had pointed out, the complaint was amended.
Okay.
My apologies, I'm a little blind.
It's okay.
Okay. And so, Mr. Lee, again, he's just your attorney for today. He's not your attorney moving forward unless you request court-appointed counsel and he's assigned to this case. But at this point, he's just representing you today for your arraignment, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Is she requesting court-appointed counsel?
Yes, she is, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll note here that you're making a request for court-appointed counsel. The court will also enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf. You're currently scheduled for probable cause conference before Judge Tony Flores on December 7th, 2023 at 8:30 in the morning.
I know.
What's the matter?
I would just like to state, this paper was handed to me by a police officer for a complaint against another inmate. So I was kind of lied to there.
Okay. Well, you also have a preliminary examination before Judge Flores, and it's going to be in person at the court December 14th at 8:30 in the morning. Ma'am, is there something that is going on behind you that's more interesting?
Yes, that is the officer that handed it to me.
Yes, I
Okay.
handed you your court paperwork. Go back. and talk to the judge. No, you're gonna talk to the judge.
For talking to for complaint about an inmate. Nothing about the assault
Okay.
on an officer. I don't do that. I'm not stupid.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, there
ma'am,
was an issue with an officer.
Ma'am, if you interrupt me one more time, we're gonna have to discontinue the arraignment, okay, until you can be compliant.
My apologies.
Okay, so you do in fact have your notice to appear. Did you make sure the dates that are on your notice to appear are the dates that I just stated? There should be a probable cause conference December 7th at 8:30 and a preliminary examination in person December 14th at 8:30.
No, my paper says November 22, 23.
That says weekend arraignment, 23, 24. That today's the 23rd. That's Thanksgiving. That's the date. Move down a little further where it says for the following purposes. You see that box there?
Yes, in December. Thank you.
Okay, very good. And is he Judge Tony Flores?
Yes, that's the name
Okay.
that popped into my head.
Okay, very good. And so that's your next court date. Do you have any questions so far, ma'am?
No, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, Your Honor.
Are
Thank you.
Are you currently on, no problem. Are you currently on probation or on parole?
No. No, Your Honor.
Do you have any other court dates pending?
No, Your Honor. I'm a U of M student. I am exemplary. This kind of stuff doesn't happen to me, especially not assault on officers.
You're currently a student?
Okay, hold on. I am exemplary says nobody about themselves ever. You can't do that. You cannot.
Especially in jail.
Exemplary.
In jail, talking in front of a judge.
Wearing a Simpsons hoodie. I mean,
Right?
seriously.
I will tell you.
Also, tell me.
No, you finish your statement first.
Well, I was just gonna say somebody had mentioned that they wish they could just watch the video of court, and I was gonna say they fucking can. Just, go do it yourself. You don't have to worry about us talking.
Oh yeah,
so much.
I ignore them now.
Oh,
I got really good at ignoring them.
okay.
We pause too much. Like I have a guest on stream, and it's a live stream. If you don't want us talking, you can go watch the court yourself. It aired at about 11 a.m. This is the court. It's in Judge.
She's high
I'm
up.
not
I do
gonna-
like this court because I think she's like on the 6th floor or something high. Huh?
Yeah. But yeah, if you want to go watch it and not hear our input, go watch it yourself. I don't care. But yeah, I stopped responding to trolls.
Oh.
Unless they're good. I actually had a really good speech the other day where I called out trolls for being lazy. And I actually said, if you're going to be a good troll, be a good troll. I'll respond to every good troll. If you spend time and you make a good troll comment, I will respond to it. But if you're going to be lazy and just say, stop pausing so much, I'm just going to ignore you. Anyways, wow, what was I going to say?
Happens all the time.
What was I going to say?
She's in jail with her Simpsons sweater on,
Yep.
not exemplary.
Oh, the U of M thing. As a resident of Ohio, it's nearly impossible to get into U of M. U of M is a very difficult school to get into if you're not living in Michigan. So that argument, it actually has merit to it. I live in
Does it?
Ohio. Yeah.
Does
So
it
living in
though?
Ohio.
You think that like going for some random university's weird admission requirements all throughout high school makes you an exemplary person? Because I don't.
No. Exemplary. No, she should take that. She should take that away. I wish she didn't say that. Doesn't make her exemplary. But it is difficult to get into U of M if you don't live in the state of Michigan. I applied there. I got in. I got into U of M.
Oh, so this
I
was
didn't.
all just a humble brag opportunity for you.
No.
Yeah.
I'm telling
It's really
you.
hard to get into U of M, but I did.
Yeah, probably shouldn't have said that. I was a very clean and very good student when I was a student.
Okay.
But it has nothing to do with me. U of M is difficult to get into if you don't live in Michigan. It's a state school.
Okay.
So it's very difficult to get into. So I'm just saying, her saying that she's a student of U of M is actually an argument. And that's what I was trying to defend. But then she said, I'm exemplary. I do all this. You're wearing a Simpsons hoodie and you're in jail on Thanksgiving. You're not exemplary.
Did you go to U of M?
No. I went to University of Cincinnati. I did not go to U of M. We can talk about me all day long.
Guess what university I went to? None. Not ever. I failed lots of high school, so. And I've also never heard anybody describe a student as being clean like the way you did before. I don't know what that means. Like you have good penmanship or.
Who, me?
Yeah, you said I was a clean student.
Oh, I was a goody two shoes in high school.
Oh.
I took school seriously. I got into a lot of schools, and I stayed in Cincinnati and went to the University of Cincinnati.
And yet here we both are.
But
stay in school if you want to, kids. But if you don't worry about it.
I do have a college degree though, and I'm happy about it. But I do wish I went to the University of Michigan. I do wish, because that was the hardest school that I could have gotten to, and I was accepted, and I decided not to. And I did not understand I didn't understand anything about going to school when I was that age and how big of a deal it was. So I really wish I went to that school.
Well, you could go back.
I've already got a college degree. I can go back for a post-bachelorate or a master's, but there's no point of going for another bachelor's degree. Not at my point.
I guess not.
All right. Let's finish this. Let's go. Hold on. Let me hear you say it. Let's go.
Let's go.
Thank you.
I'm on a break at the moment. But yes, I am a U of M student.
You're on a break? Or is
Yes,
U of M on break?
No, I'm on break.
Okay, so you're not currently enrolled in this semester's classes, is what you're saying?
Looking into classes that I want. So I'm kind
of. When's the last time you had a class at U of M?
April.
Of this year?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Are you currently employed?
That's 7 months.
Yeah. The last time she had a class was April.
Almost.
We're in November. And I understand. So That's probably when the semester ended, was April.
It's probably not a very good brag point to use if you ain't actually enrolled, huh?
No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah.
Not at all. I saw your fingers go up, so I decided to pause it.
I was counting. I was like April, May, June, July, August, September, October.
Oh, I just saw this.
7. I'm throwing gang signs. No, absolutely not.
No, Your Honor. I want to get a higher degree. I have a bachelor with honors, but I want a higher degree. I want a doctorate.
Okay. Are you under the influence of anything at this time, ma'am?
No.
Okay. What's your home address?
1700 West Saginaw, Lansing, Michigan, 48915.
Okay. So that's the address that the alleged victim lives in, correct?
Yes, I'm gonna have to move in with a family member of his daughter.
You're gonna have to move in with his daughter, you said?
Yeah, I think it would be appropriate for now.
Well, you're not gonna be, I don't know where you're gonna live, but you can't live at the 1700 West Saginaw, nor can you be within 1,500 feet of wherever he's gonna be during the pendency of this case. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay, so what address will you be staying at?
I don't know the address. It's very much 50 feet, but his daughter's house. She's an
Okay, you
adult.
spoke to his,
If that,
you spoke to,
if that
you
clears
spoke,
up any confusion.
you spoke to his daughter and got permission to live there?
No need. She's my best friend and I'm welcome with open arms.
Okay, so you're making an assumption that you're gonna live at the daughter's house. You don't know the daughter's address?
Gotta pause it. You gotta pause.
No,
Are you...
I never needed to.
Hold on. She's dating her best friend's dad. Now this is the fucking title. My best friend's dad. Oh my gosh. Am I the only one that thinks that's crazy? I guess I am. It's only me. Okay.
I'm not saying it's crazy. I completely missed that. I'm sitting there and I completely missed that. She's dating her best friend's dad?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that killer headline. KCC, steal this clip and play it later. Steal this clip and play it later. I'm dating my best friend's dad.
Yeah, I'm dating my best friend's dad who I just got arrested for beating.
KCC, literally steal this clip and play it later because you put a headline to it or a thumbnail. Put a good thumbnail to it because I apparently missed that.
You did. That is a bit kinky, Courtney, I would say. I won't steal your clip. Also, I don't tend to watch clips more than once, so I'm not going to watch it again.
Get views on it. Get some views on it.
Get some views on
it. Grab it. Put it on there. Put a good thumbnail. Take it. I'm not going to strike. I'm not going to strike you. So you're good.
You better not. Anyways, let's
no,
keep
but now
going. I want to see who else she's fucking.
I gotta watch. I gotta rewatch this now. I want to rewind to the beginning.
Re-rack it.
I completely missed that.
No, just re-rack 20 seconds. Re-rack it. 10,
I'm not.
20
No,
seconds.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna play through it. And you know what? I will send you this clip. If I will email you the raw footage, so you don't even have to take out our parts of it.
Love it.
But
thank you.
Yeah, but put together a good headline. If that's what she just said, I missed an
That is what she just said. Absolutely what she just said.
This is how blind I've come to court because I watch it so often. All right. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna message you my email and I'm just gonna send you the raw footage. You do your thing.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
What's your phone number?
Area code 480-300-9606.
Counsel, you can address bond.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Whiting Hill reports that she did have several contacts with the criminal justice system when she was younger. She says that she has not had any contact with the criminal justice system over the last 10 years. Pretty much ever since she moved here to the Lansing area from Mesa, Arizona. As she has pointed out to the court, she is trying to better herself and advance herself in her life by attending the University of Michigan. We would ask the court to consider that when setting bond. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. The complaint as read during this arraignment charges the defendant with 6 counts, 5 of those being a felony alleging assaultive actions, and the 6th being a domestic alleging an assaultive action. The court does believe that there is a threat to the public safety based on these allegations, so I will not grant a personal recognizance bond. A bond will, however, be set in the amount of $5,000, 10%. There will be a no contact order in place for the protection of the alleged victim in count 6.
Your Honor,
Don't interrupt me. Count 6, there's a no contact order protecting Timothy Sable. You're not to be in contact with him directly or indirectly. Do you understand what indirectly means?
I understand that. I don't understand how I've been set up by cops. Literally in the room with me.
Okay.
And I have not spoken to any attorney about this because it had not happened.
Okay, so what will happen is, once we're done with this, Mr. Lee will come talk to you about it, okay?
And I don't have phone numbers. I don't think I even have my phone with me to call anybody. What am I to do?
Okay, I'm not to tell you what you're supposed to do about how you're gonna call someone. You should have had an opportunity to make a phone call. If not, you'll make those arrangements with the jail, okay?
The jail that falsely accused me of assaulting officers.
There has been allegations of 5 counts of assault on officers. You are still in the custody of the jail. If you would like to make a phone call or make arrangements to get a bondsman, you would probably need to communicate with court staff. If you want to talk over me, we can discontinue the arraignment.
I apologize, Judge. Could you please not try to put yourself in my shoes? I have been
I will not put myself
handed-
in your shoes. I will not put myself.
Can you please not try to put yourself in my shoes? Let's talk about English for a minute. Let's talk about English.
Let's just talk about the U of M for a minute, because right now I am not getting a great vibe. Okay, no offense to the rest of the U of M people, but she is not a very good ambassador for your exemplary programs that you offer.
She's very much exemplary.
Oh, this is fucked up. So do you see the side eye, the bombastic side eye that she shot behind her when she talked about the officers setting her up in the room?
I don't know how I slept on this clip. I was listening to it.
Titles.
So many titles. Every title you could possibly think of fits.
What did you even call it?
This isn't even the video.
This isn't even the video.
I was playing the
Can you
judge.
put yourself in my shoes, Judge. No, ma'am, because I don't like to go to jail, and you're wearing jail slides.
No, but that wasn't our line. It was, can you not put yourself in my shoes? Can you not put yourself in my shoes?
Or can you not? I guess just single. I don't know.
It was a double negative.
I didn't go to U of M. I don't know.
You're focused on the U of M thing so bad.
Yeah.
I slept on this clip though. This is gold. This is a gold clip, and I slept on it.
What else could we expect?
I know, right? I went to the University of Cincinnati. University of Cincinnati. See? There's no UFC. It's just UC.
Well, you just said University of Cincinnati.
Yeah, but it's just UC. It's not U of C.
Then don't say of.
Don't be weird.
If you don't say it, then like you're saying it, so it is it.
Okay, well, you say you're from
Canada.
I'm trying to think of a good way to back this up. I can't.
Again, I'm just too like.
All right.
This is what Canadian street education gets. Come on, let's go.
Well, now we're gonna finish this, and I'm not gonna play my last clip because we're
you know what you could call it? You sin. You sin.
You sin.
Like, you sin. Because in my city, there is a university called University of Victoria, but it's abbreviated to UVic all the time. Like, are you going to UVic? No, I'm not going to UVic. Oh, are you going to UVic? Yes, you are going to UVic. So I think you could do USIN if you want. But
No. It's just UC.
No? UOC.
It's just UC.
Okay.
We do not call ourselves Sin City here because that's Las Vegas. We call ourselves Cincy, Cincinnati.
It was spelled with a C. Nobody was going to mistake you for Vegas, honey.
No, I know, but we don't call ourselves that. So it's not USIN. It's just UC. Don't be hating on my alma mater.
I hate on everybody's alma mater. It's part of my thing.
Yeah, well, I spent a lot of money to get a piece of paper from this alma mater, so don't hate on it.
That's my whole point. I love rubbing that part in for everybody.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. All right, so let's finish this. And then, KCC, I'm sending you this clip. Please put together a really good, catchy headline or a thumbnail for this clip.
I'll think about it.
Because I failed miserably at everything on this clip. I just thought it was funny that she was arguing with the judge, and I was only half listening, and I missed everything.
The juicies.
Everything.
All right, and this is the last clip, and then we're done. I do have a live later today anyway, so that will work.
Yourself in your shoes. I will continue the arraignment.
I hit play way too quick.
No, you didn't hit it.
And you will be quiet or we will discontinue the arraignment. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You're not to have contact directly or indirectly with the victim in count 6. Again, that's Timothy Seabolt. You're not to have anybody relay any messages on your behalf. You can't communicate with him in any mean or mechanism of any kind. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're not to engage in any assaultive or threatening behavior while you're on bond. You're not to travel outside the state without prior approval from the court. You're not to possess or use drugs or alcohol unless you have a valid prescription. You're not to possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. You are to report to pretrial services within 48 hours of your release. Do you have any questions about your bond conditions?
Nope. Thank you, Your Honor.
Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing further. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're all set, ma'am. On the
That's it, ma'am.
Yeah, I mean, I got another video.
Wait, you dip off? Well, I got to dip off anyways. It was lovely. I forget how you do your exit. You sort of leave willy-nilly.
What is that supposed to mean?
Willy-nilly? That's a Canadian term that means
No, I understand.
Over the place.
I understand willy-nilly, but I because I have my exit, my outro. I don't like pausing it during my outro, so I generally say my goodbyes like a minute or two before my outro because the music flows, and I don't like messing with the music flow. Who likes messing with music flow? Apparently, you hate music. Why do you hate music?
Because every time I play it, I get
friends.
copyright
You hate
strike.
music?
I get copyright stricken.
Yeah.
No, I actually
Yeah.
love music, but I really don't. I don't fuck around with music because it's just too much work to make sure that it's not copyright. So
I
it's my melodious voice that we're stuck with. Hello, Heather.
I
Hope you're doing well.
oh, Heather's here. Hey, Heather. I got screwed when I first started my channel. I did one of the free music sites,
Yeah.
and they give you instructions on how to play, use their music in your videos and not get,
Correct.
stricken by them.
Uh-huh.
So I followed every direction, and I was still scared to do it. Followed every direction, played the video with my music in it. They struck it
Yeah. And then tried to charge you.
within 2 minutes. They didn't charge me, but they took every. This was right after I was monetized, so they took every dollar from that video.
Yeah.
So they like, we have this free music site. Use it on YouTube. You can use it. Just follow these directions, and we won't strike you. The
Can I
second I
ask you a
use it, they
question?
struck me.
With
Yeah.
your because okay, I mean, I didn't go to college. I didn't go to university. But to me, that falls under the too good to be true category. And so I'm just trying to be real here. Okay, is that a U of M thing that you would learn there and you didn't learn it because you're
I didn't go to U of M. I didn't go to
and
U
you
of
didn't
M.
learn it. You didn't learn it. You're at UC. So obviously at UC they didn't teach you that. Would they teach that at U of M? Is my question. Or again, is that just a Canadian streets learning thing? Like, yeah, if it sounds too good to be true, it is.
I, you know, there's no way I can answer that question. But I'm glad that I know you and you can bust my balls.
Of course. I bust everybody's balls.
Because
You
we're
lady
friends.
balls.
Yeah, we're friends, and that was funny. That was funny. That was good. That was good.
I'm glad you can laugh at yourself. Listen,
I can.
honestly, YouTube, you have to be very careful with YouTube. I on my old channel, the last video that I made after I was demonetized, I used a Green Day song as the soundtrack. I was like, you know what? If this is over, then I'm putting in Time of Your Life by Green Day and playing that on my last video. And a lot of people did not figure it out that I was like, the old channel is almost at 3,000 subscribers now. And the new channel has not grown that fast because I guess some people just didn't realize that it was done. But anyways, it was lovely being on the show. I really appreciate it. You should send me the clip. Perhaps I will throw together something, not by today. I mean, I didn't go to U of M, so I'm not.
I didn't either. Stop. I'm not a. Stop. Stop with the U of M thing. I'm not a.
It'll never die. Somebody has to make a command. Is Jonathan still here? There'll be a command in my chat about U of M by tonight.
Yeah, no, because that. That's not a good look. That's not a good look for me. Don't do that. Don't do that. I live in Ohio. So if you start throwing the U of M thing, it's gonna be bad for me. Don't do that.
I won't. Don't worry. Your sensitive persona will be safe, I guess. Listen, I gotta go. Why is that so big? Why do we have to be little here? I like being big on the screen. Is there not a way to do that in this program?
Sure
not
is.
Just me.
Sure is.
That's more like it.
There's absolutely a way of making you bigger.
That was exemplary, Colin. Thank you so much for that. Guys, please make sure that you've liked the video, that you've subscribed to both channels, mine and Colin's, because Colin needs to buy some lights, it looks like.
It did get dark really quick. It got dark really quick.
It did. It is not quite as dark here, but I also have 2 blinding lights in my face and then some behind me. So that's how we sort that one out. Anyway, seriously, I do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. We are growing on our way to 1,000 subscribers, and we have a lot of fun over there.
Yeah, and I still didn't go to U of M.
Okay, and he's stuck on that, guys. Please send any any letters to U of M if you're mad about this. Care of Colin. I'm joking.
Thank you.
Seriously, thank you so much for having me. Somebody's gonna send you a U of M sweater.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for. This was fun. This was fun.
This was fun. Thanks again. Okay, bye, guys.
Okay, bye.
Do a real thing. Bye.
Oh, I gotta actually say bye now. I did have another clip. It's been an hour and a half. I'm not gonna play the other clip. The other clip is like 45 minutes long. I'm kind of over streaming right now. I will play it and walk away. Do you guys want to watch the other clip I had? I know Glitterfart saw it because he was in DeSanto. It's a Judge DeSanto clip. If you guys want to watch the clip, I will play it and just walk away. But I'm not going to sit in here and narrate it. If you guys want to watch it, I will play it. If not, I'm bouncing out. But who played it? People in Court played it. The clip that I'm about to play is People in Court played it, and she generally does a lot more editing than I do. All right, I'll play it. I'll just play it, but I'm not gonna be here for it. An hour and a half is kind of the max time I'm gonna do it online. So I will play it, and you guys can watch it. If you haven't liked and subscribed already, please do so. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I'm not going to ask you to donate because I'm walking away, so I don't want to be here when you guys donate. But the link tree is always in the description. But I will play the clip, and you guys have fun. And have a good night. I will play the last chapter of for the jury trial that I've been playing tomorrow. Have a good night. Have a good Thanksgiving. Let's see if I can do this seamlessly. It says it's paused.
Hoffman, can you please turn your camera on?
Yep.
Thank you. All right. And counsel, today's date scheduled for a probation violation, I'm sorry, a bond violation with your client. And your client was permitted to appear by Zoom because she's indicated that she's ill. However, did you submit proof of that diagnosis, ma'am?
Of it, yes.
I'm sorry, what? Okay, first of all, counsel, your appearance for the record, please.
I'm sorry, John Gold for P 30758 on behalf of Ms. Hoffman.
All right, and Ms. Hoffman, your name for the record, please.
Heidi Hoffman.
Okay, and I'm sorry, did you submit any proof of your diagnosis into the court today?
I can today.
No, no, I'm asking if you already did that.
No, I have not yet.
Okay, well, your credibility with this court is not very good, considering last week you indicated that you had to leave and go to the hospital because you had COVID, but in fact, you ended up going to a different location, from my understanding, for some other reason.
That what?
You were here at court, and then you left.
Yes.
Right?
That's correct, Ron.
And so, where is it that you claim that you went?
I went to Taylor Urgent Care.
Taylor Urgent Care. And so, you were right here in Wyandotte. Why didn't you just walk over to the parking lot? Because that's in fact, I believe, what you told your attorney.
No, she didn't tell me. She just said she went to the hospital. She didn't tell me she was going to the hospital when she left. I spoke with her earlier. We discussed the charges. And then when I went out to look for her later on, she was not there. I called her and learned that she was at the hospital.
Okay,
testing for COVID.
Okay, Ms. Hoffman, let me see
Yes.
that documentation regarding your diagnosis.
I'm sorry, what?
Where's the documentation regarding your diagnosis?
I have it in my paperwork.
Okay, great, go grab it. Ms. Hoffman, do you have that paperwork yet?
I'm looking into it right now.
Well, counsel, while she's looking for that, I'm gonna call this other matter.
Okay.
Report's going on. Where's Mr. Carmen? Oh, let's go off the record for a moment. Where's Mr. Carmen? I need the police reports on these, get those police reports, please. Ms. Hoffman,
Yes.
where, I don't even
Yes.
hear you going through any, I don't even hear you going through any paperwork.
I'm going through my paperwork.
Well, when did you go to the doctor, ma'am?
I went on the 22nd.
Today?
I'm sorry, what?
Today? You went today?
No, November 22nd.
Yes, ma'am, that would be today.
Oh,
Ms. Hoffman, you told us that when you were in
it
court.
was last
We're back on the
Wednesday.
record, Madam Heidi Hoffman. What's
It
that,
was
ma'am?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, I sure am.
It was last Wednesday. I don't know what the date was. I don't know.
That'll be November 15th, ma'am. Listen, you either went to the doctor or you didn't.
Yes, I went to the doctor's
Okay, and so why is it that you're not able to be here today then?
because I'm still in quarantine for 14 days.
Okay, that isn't a thing anymore. That's not a thing. Who told you you needed a quarantine for 14 days?
The place that I went to, the urgent care,
Maybe in
because I have
2019
a
they did, or
they said
2020,
because
but
I have
not
a fever.
2023. What's that?
Huh?
What did you say?
Because I've been having a fever. I haven't been able to break my fever. So they told me to stay home.
I need to see your face, ma'am, not the ceiling, or whatever I'm looking at. So you're telling this court you still have a fever?
Yes, I still have a fever.
Okay, great. What's your temperature reading?
102.9
Really? All right, and where's your thermometer?
in the bathroom, I think.
Okay, good. Go grab it.
I don't know why I have to go through all this. I don't feel good. I don't feel good. And out of respect of the court, I contacted my attorney and let him know. And you're making me go through all this. I was in bed and he told me to get out of bed because I don't feel good. And you're making me go through all this stuff. For what? For what?
Ma'am, because this court doesn't believe what you're telling it. You've given two different stories right now. So
No, I didn't give two
I
different
don't believe-
stories.
I don't believe what you're telling this court. You haven't produced any paperwork that says that you have a medical reason to not be in court today.
Okay, I can provide that. I can provide that.
Okay, and I asked you 10 minutes ago. And you still haven't been able to provide it to pull it out of your paperwork there.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I've been sick and I have my paperwork everywhere. So I mean, I don't have it right with me right this second. I can probably go on the portal and look for it, but I have to set up a user ID and all that.
Okay, we're going to adjourn this to 1:30 so that you can get that information and send it over to the court.
Okay.
All right, thank you. We're going to go off the record. Okay, can you please hit unmute?
That's not nice. Why would you say that? I've never seen you here before. I'm glad you're here, but why would you say that? Letting this clip play through for the rest of the video, and Cincinnati's a great city. It's a great city. If you want to call it Cincinnati, please back that up with some facts, please.
Hoffman, can you please hit unmute? Thank you. All right, so we're going back on the record in the matter of Heidi Hoffman, 231540. And counsel, your appearance for the record, please.
Your Honor, again, John Hopewell, P 30758 on behalf of Ms. Hoffman.
Thank you. Ms. Hoffman, your name, please.
Heidi Hoffman.
All right, thank you. And so did you end up submitting that documentation to the court?
I had to reset my password and everything to go on the portal, and I was on the phone with them. So yes, I'm sending. I have not sent it at this moment.
Okay. So do you
This actually still has like 15 minutes left. Yeah. I did say bye, but yeah, this still has like 15, 20 minutes left. This is a long hearing. But this woman with her COVID and Judge DeSanto doesn't believe it. That's what this is. Yes. Yes. I stop it too much, especially when I say I'm not going to stop it. But you know what? This is a live stream and I will stop it as much as I want to. But thank you. Thank you. Fred, you're a friend. So I appreciate it.
You
I
access
can,
your,
if I can leave here off a video and I can go to the portal and then I can do all of it. Because I was on
okay,
the
forward
phone
it to the
for like
27th
40 minutes.
district. Please forward it to the 27th district court. So it's 27dc@yn.mi.gov.
What is it?
27dc@yn.mi.gov.
Okay.
Okay?
So I don't send it to my attorney?
No, because he's here in the courthouse. So you can just send it to that and then we'll, that comes right to the courthouse. And then we will, I'll print that out.
No, she wants.
Okay, so I can leave
Next time,
the video right now?
Yes, Lynn, then, that should just take a couple moments, right?
Yes, I just gotta put in my new password and all that.
Okay, so send that and then log back in. So I would expect within the next 5 minutes or so.
Okay.
All right, off the record. On the record, in recalling the matter of Heidi Hoffman, 231540. Can counsel your appearance, please?
John Gold, Paul P. 30758 on behalf of Ms. Hoffman.
Ms. Hoffman.
Heidi Hoffman.
All right, please turn your camera on. All right, so I did get the document that shows that, that occurred on November 15th.
Is that what you
And
wanted?
so, yes, ma'am, that's fine, thank you. And so you are still ill?
I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, my phone.
You're saying that you're still ill?
Yes. I can't keep nothing down at all.
All right, if you were to test me today, what's in your system?
Just my medication.
All right, counsel, today's the date scheduled for a bond violation hearing for your client, where it's alleged that, well, she's out on bond. Okay. She's out on bond for possession of drug paraphernalia and possession of controlled substance. Actually, that one was dismissed. And she's scheduled for sentencing December 6th.
That is correct, sir.
She was here for a bond violation last week and left. And then I was informed that she ended up not going directly to the doctor, but went, or wherever she went, but went somewhere else with her grandchild. But in any event, it's alleged that Ms. Hoffman tested positive for the, ma'am, only one speaker time.
Just what your statements are being made.
It's alleged that you tested positive for amphetamine and methamphetamine on November 2nd of this year, in violation of this court's bond. And counsel?
Your Honor, I've discussed this matter with her previously. She's indicated that she does not take any type of non-prescription medication at this point in time. She did provide her medication to, when I believe it was at the time of the either the pretrial or, well, there was some time dealing with her medications. She's on medication and provided documentation for that, but also when she went for her PSI, she indicates that she has no idea how this methamphetamine, I'm sorry, I have more problems saying that. Got into her system And at this time, she's pleading, she would ask the court to accept a plea of not guilty on the bond violation. Is that correct, Ms. Hoffman?
Yes.
So you want to schedule this for a hearing?
If the court wishes, that'd be fine, or we can do it the day of the sentencing.
I'm not going that far out. No, she thought on bond, it's alleged that she's filing a bond by using amphetamines and methamphetamine. Which. Was somebody there with you, ma'am?
Huh?
Is somebody there with you?
No, there's a TV.
Oh. So counsel, are you asking for the lab to be present or DNA to be present?
The lab's,
I'm sorry?
the lab, you know.
All right, we'll set this for a hearing. No, are you here Tuesday? You're here Tuesday? All right, we'll set it for November 28th at 11:30. Actually, we'll do 1:30 p.m. We'll do 1:30 p.m. Is that, you're still here that time, right?
Well, sometimes, I mean, in fact, I just, I mean, sometimes not.
I'm guessing based on our Tuesday docket next week that you'll be here till 1:30.
In fact, I was just reviewing the Tuesday docket. My last one, supposedly, I have a couple of sentences, is at 11:30.
Okay.
Wants to put it,
If we put it at 1:30, then we know for sure that the lab will be available, and if we have to hold the hearing, then it won't tie up too much of the docket.
okay,
So let's do it for 1:30.
okay. Ms. Hoffman, that will be in person. Understand that?
Mm.
And that will be. You should be fine to be here that day, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Ms. Hoffman, did you hear that?
Yes.
When's the last time you tested, ma'am?
I'm sorry. What do you mean
When is
tested?
the last
For
time?
what? For what?
When's the last time that you were called for testing?
I test at my IOP. So it was, I have to check what date it was. I'm not sure. It wasn't last week, it was the week before. And it was on a Thursday. I went and seen my counselor and I tested.
Okay.
Her name's Hannah.
So, all right, so on October 31st, I ordered you to test that day, but it shows that you tested on November 2nd.
Yes, because I didn't get paid until then, and I didn't know it cost money, or I would have addressed it at court. Because I do it free at my IOP every 2
Did
weeks.
this court did this court grant you permission to not test on October 31st?
I didn't have the money. I don't know. I would say
And you
no.
you don't just get to disobey a court order.
I wasn't disobeying it. I didn't have the means to do it. It wasn't, I had the
Yeah.
money and I just chose not to do it.
Ma'am, the order of the court was to test on October 31st. You did not do it. So you did not follow the court order.
How would you have liked me to do it with no money?
Did you communicate into the court?
Yes, I did. And the probation
Who-
officer.
That's what I asked you, ma'am.
Yes.
I thought I asked her that and she said she didn't.
No, I didn't.
I asked her if she had some approval, permission from the court to not test.
Right.
So you communicated with your probation and what day did you communicate with them?
The same day, the 31st.
And what was the response?
Her response was that she still had to report that I didn't test.
Right, and so then why didn't you test on the 1st?
I didn't get paid.
And had you brought that to the court's attention, perhaps you could have been tested right here at the court, or there could have been some other arrangements made. But there was a reason why this court ordered you to test on that date.
The reason why it wasn't brought to the court, again, I will say, is because I did not know it costs money to test. I test for free at my IOP. So I did not know it costs money to test. So that's why I did not bring it to the court's attention at the time. And when I was told by the probation officer that it was going to cost money, I told her right then and there I did not have the money to test. As I sat across from her at her desk.
All right, did you have money to test today?
Do I have money? No, not until next Friday.
You have $0 between now and next Friday.
I don't have $25.
Ma'am, you're going to have to talk to somebody or something because you're going to test on Friday. So you have 2 days to figure it out. You're to test on Friday. No excuses. You're to test on Friday. There's an allegation. First of all, you're on bond because of a drug charge, and there's an allegation that you tested positive for additional substances. And then you were here at court last week, and then you left, and then you didn't test when this court orders you to test. The court has concerns, ma'am, that you're not maintaining your substance-free bond conditions. So you're to test Friday.
See you on the 28th. Thank you, Ron.
Anything else, counsel?
No, you want.
Anything else, Ms. Hoffman?
I have a lot to say, but I don't know how to address the court.
Okay, what's that?
You are saying that I'm being charged with drug paraphernalia. And I asked my attorney, like, if it was going to be specified that it was for a torch lighter. You keep saying drug paraphernalia, like I had drugs on me, and I did not. So I just want, and then when I took the plea, also, I tried to talk to my attorney about withdrawing the plea because this has affected all kinds of stuff with my probation, where I might not even get a 7411 over a torch lighter that I had because I took a plea of being guilty of drug paraphernalia of a torch lighter.
And what are you on probation for, ma'am?
I have 3 or 4 charges on me.
For what?
Drugs and a weapon.
Yeah.
And that's the
Just a
thing,
moment.
like your facial expression that you just made when I said drug and weapon charge. And then when I hear the prosecutor like speaking on me, saying that I know the routine, to have my attorney pick which plea I wanted to take, and all kinds of stuff. Before I even stood in front of you, I talked to my attorney and I asked him, what if I want to take it to trial? He advised me that if I didn't want it to mess with my driving record, and for me to move on with my probation in Macomb that I've been dealing with for a year, that just to take the drug paraphernalia for a torch later. And it's become a nightmare for me, an absolute nightmare. I've been on the right track. I go to IOP. I do all the things I'm supposed to be doing. And I have been with your facial expression, because I said I drug charge. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. That's my past. That's what I did before. That's what I don't do now.
Ma'am, what I said was, because, excuse me, Ms. Hoffman.
Yeah.
Okay, what I said was, and I had a facial expression with that comment because I have concerns for your substance use based upon your charge, your bond violation, and the fact that you are currently on bond or probation for additional drug charges. That is the point of that. It wasn't to judge you for your past. It wasn't any of that. It was to prove a point that I've been making this entire time, the 3 times that you've been on the record today. I have concerns that you are not maintaining a substance-free lifestyle right now. So it isn't for any other reason but for that.
You said because of
I have no control over the prosecuting attorney or anything of that nature, ma'am. I have no control over your defense attorney. I don't have any control over that. I was simply making a comment that supports that this court's concern is supported by what's currently pending for you in Macomb County, the allegations here in this court, and the bond violation allegations. That is what I meant when I made the comment of, Yes, Mr. Goldbaum?
Nothing, Your Honor. I says she's made some comments, and I guess that if there comes a point in time, and about withdrawing pleas, that would be something that, to be quite honest with you, I advised her of all those information. There was comments made that she just said regarding I should take something. That was not what I told her. She was always given the opportunity to take this matter to trial. We discussed this matter. We negotiated the plea. Ms. Taylor went out of the way to provide her with all of her prescriptions. Ms. Taylor requested an adjournment as part of the pretrial, and we got the discovery. We gave people her list of prescriptions. There were some discrepancies. It was for that reason why they were not going to dismiss outright any drug charges.
Which I said I could provide the proof of my medications. Which I said I can provide the medications. And the whole thing with the drug you said with my charge, it's for a torch later. They didn't find drugs on me.
Thank you.
That's what I don't understand. Like it's being misconstrued, and then you're saying I don't think you're staying on the right path. Well, what about all the stuff that I can provide? Where I go to my intensive outpatient, that I talk to my counselor, that I go to meetings, that I drug test. What about all those things?
Okay, and ma'am, I don't have any of that in front of me because you're not here right now. I don't have any of that in front of me. So what I'm indicating that I
mean,
have concerns.
I have support letters. I have where I work out in the community, like I give back. I have support letters. I have all kinds of documents that I can send over.
Okay, send those over. Send those over.
Okay.
Send them over. There's nothing that's preventing you from sending those over. You can absolutely send those over.
And then when I got
All right,
the test results, I also told you, Mr. Gopon, about the medication that does false positives. I even tried to tell the probation lady, and she totally cut me off and said, "No, there is no such thing." Yeah, there is. I have documents that say there can be a false positive on the medication I'm on. It's Wellbutrin, and it comes up for amphetamine. So like, I'm telling Mr. Gopon, but he says that's not what we're here for. Let's address what we're here for. Bond violation. Okay, well, that's, so he doesn't speak on what I've told him or or anything.
well, and ma'am, right now you've entered a plea of not guilty, so we're going to set it for a hearing. So those are likely issues that are going to be brought up at your bond violation hearing, ma'am. But in any event, we still need to test on Friday. And then we'll see you back on Tuesday in person.
And this.
All right, this video is coming to an end. I played this because I wanted to play this, and yeah, we're gonna finish this, but it's over. And everything out, I can't even talk. Sorry, it's been a rough day. I moved cities. I live away from my family, and so today's difficult for me. Spending Thanksgiving by yourself sucks. But, I'm glad that I was here to entertain everybody. And thank you so much, KCC, for coming to join. She has the live stream. I have it scheduled to raid to her, but I don't think it's for another like a half hour, maybe even an hour. I don't even know what time she's starting. I don't know. But we are raiding her after this. But thanks everybody for coming and supporting the channel, and I hope you all had a great day. Until next time, bye.
Okay.
Send me all of that information that you have. You have my email address talking about the false positives on medication that you're on. Okay?
Okay.
This way we will have all of that information coming from your, I'm assuming when you talk about saying you're talking to your counselor, that's because of your probationary status out of Macomb County. That's the counselor you're talking about. Is that correct?
No, it's my counselor for intensive outpatient.
Okay, and is that part of your probationary period out of the Macomb County case?
No, that's on my own.
Okay, then send that information to me.
Okay.
You have my email address. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So make sure you're testing on Friday, and we'll see you back on Tuesday.
Thank you.
Okay.
Madam.
All right. Thank you. Have a good Thanksgiving. Off the record.